Hello and welcome to the lalala special unique hacks and tricks of an awesome method to grind. Before trying these methods, there are actually some prep works which need to be done, and I will be listing three of them right here. The first and foremost, you actually must own a Stackhorn familiar to achieve absolute 100% potential of my tricks and hacks, and without the Stackhorn, you won't be able to do half of my methods results. The next task is the need of finding a high-density mob group map area available and ready to grind/farm at. Preferably, the map has at least 4 to 6 mob groups within a 30-meter attack radius and has at least one ranged enemy per group. Not every enemy needs to be within that 30-meter radius, but one ranged attacking enemy is a must. Remember, this grinding method is non-functional for a map area with melee-only mob group enemies. The last prep work is by going to the game functions of the game options and turn off the auto when the auto battle is off to off. As this function, in my opinion, is completely useless function, no matter what the occasion may be, and hinders the grinding properly, especially in my method. The actual grinding consists of 2 steps and a third step of using recommended skills per class for optimal experiences. The first step is to learn how to draw aggros from faraway mob groups that are within a 30-meter radius. The process listed, however, is for the mobile experiences only, as I have not played PC for some time now and don't know if the function is the same for it. The procedure is by holding the direction button still and without releasing it while tapping a faraway enemy. Preferably the enemy is a ranged enemy, but a mini one next to a ranged one within the radius works too. Next, wait patiently until your familiar attacks it and draws its aggro. This might take around 2 to 3 seconds, but it is fairly easy. And if any other familiar is currently casting a skill when you are doing this, you will have to redo the process, as the familiar won't auto when a familiar skill is being casted. Usually, ranged attacking familiars are better suited for this auto aggroing process. Remember, all the free 4-star normal event familiars, such as Toko, Boar, etc., are ranged familiars. Once the aggro is successful and a ranged enemy is attacking you, quickly tap on the small crosshair as shown, and without releasing the direction button. Finally, you can check before releasing the direction button that perfect equilibrium is reached and your character is getting an agreeable standing placement. The said perfect equilibrium is to by standing still, not moving, while the character is attacking the mobs. All this while checking around within the 30-meter radius for any other mob groups and aggro and repeat the same, and go for that equilibrium for every mob group. Now for the second step, which really should be the first step, but I forgot all about it before just now. 1. You need to know how to go to the auto setting by holding the auto symbol. And 2. Please turn the auto battle distance to 3 meters for all classes. Maybe more for ranged characters, but I wouldn't recommend it. 3. Maybe turn the auto battle counter outside the range to off, but maybe on will work too, but I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention that the one prep work you need to do, the auto battle is off to off thing. It is in fact by default on for each character preset, so you need to redo that individually per character per preset. Next, onto the recommended skills for each class, but it's really optional at this point. For which, I had all her basic class skills on auto, nothing specific for special skills. For Rogue, it is the same as a Witch, but you can try turn off auto for multi-shot if it hinders your grind. For Swordsman, I turn off the auto for throwing slash, as I find that its AoE size not appearing, but it is up to you. For NG, I turn everything on auto, but perhaps Elemental Blaster doesn't need to be on. For Destroyer, however, it gets trickier, as you get displaced a lot, and easily too. I set Leaping Slam auto to off, and sometimes even would do the same for the Whirlwind, as they both displace you a very little bit. Yet, I normally have Whirlwind on auto just for its damage speed and the fact that it displaces you lesser than the Leaping Slam. And here are some of my afterthoughts for my grinding method. The actual grinding results will be the best for mobs 5 to 7 levels above you, but don't mind your defensive stats, as you might die too quickly before hitting back with pots. And if more mobs were aggroing and attacking you, this becomes dangerous. What's more, this method drains healing pots like crazy, so do prepare for a lot of healing pots. The things that can upset the equilibrium and the character standing placement include the trolls or bystanders drawing away the aggros, dying to the mobs, getting PK'd, and do remember, Once the character's standing placement / equilibrium is no longer there, EXP gain will be decreased. I know that drawing agros can be hard to learn and perform, as sometimes you're familiar with miss or be casting skills at the autoing time. So repetitive tries need to be done in order to be successful. And finally, here as demonstrated, you can use the mailbox screen to use as your positioning / placement tool, and even use it as a screensaver substitute. If you like this, please share this to friends, families, lovers, strangers, anyone basically on Kuni, and I'll be happy to share more tricks and hacks in the future. Bye.